I think the most important factor is how much executive and people at the beginning of the project, they see the same. They have the same vision. You know, when you look at marketing strategy or growth strategy, you can always find strategy that help you to grow your user base and etc. But I guess there is no strategy when it comes with a message of honesty. One of the greatest outcomes of crypto and blockchain is to allow anyone to invest in an idea. We have now built this fantastic technology that allow people just to have an idea or just to have a vision again, and to finance this vision, to allow to find capital very quickly in order to execute on this vision. The reality is most of the beauty of crypto as opposed to stocks is they can be used. They have a utility and you can leverage them to experience something within games or other experiences.
Hello, wonderful people. We're in Dubai this week doing interviews with amazing entrepreneurs in the blockchain and crypto space. And I'm here with a friend of mine, Anthony, co-founder and chief strategy officer of Swissborg. Anthony, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time to come and speak with us.
With great pleasure. Thank you for having us and me.
Swissborg, I am so excited. You are expanding beyond the European borders, and let's talk a little bit about that. You did your ICO in 2017, and in my books, you are the poster child how to do things right by the community, how to do things right for the industry, how to show that yes, you can be a 2017 ICO stage company and still become this amazing poster child for the industry. Give me a little bit of information about that.
Yeah, sure. So yes, indeed, we're part of the survivor of the first wave, I would say, of ICO and blockchain startup and project that we've seen 5 years ago now. And we're very proud of that because I guess the biggest challenge when you receive so much money, so back then we received over 50 million Swiss franc as an ICO, is then when you get all this money, you need to execute well, right? And I guess most of the project underestimate that when you receive this type of money, maybe there will be some disagreement between the team. So I'm not sure most of the project that failed, because I think 95 or even 99% of the project of that era do not have a product. And it's crazy when you look at numbers. It was like 10,000 projects at the beginning. Not everyone went to the ICO and finished their ICO, and almost like less than 1% really released a product. And I guess it comes on the first place because of the misalignment between executive. And I think that's the critical point that I see is when you have a project, it doesn't matter how good technically you are, right? I think the most important factor is how much executive and people at the beginning of the project, they see the same. They have the same vision. We can have disagreement on the direction, right, of what path we will take to get there. But as long as you look in the same direction, you know magic will happen. And to allow this magic to happen, alignment is, to me, the key factor. And I think that we had that. And then, yeah, we recruit very good team. We have more than 50 engineers now. We have a good product team as well. And I guess it was all about sweating a lot and give everything that we have to fulfill the promise that we made in 2017, and to look at us in the mirror and say we're proud of what we're doing. And community as well was always at the center stage of what we do, and we leverage this community. We have an amazing community. I think when we look at even the numbers, for example, in user engagement and loyalty, because we have a product now that has been released 2.5 years ago, and we have more than 600K user using the app. And I think maybe it's less impressive than our app that have millions and millions of users right now, but the loyalty, the engagement of users is incredible. And that's part of the DNA of Swissborg.
So you called yourself a survivor, but I would not call Swissborg a survivor. You are just thriving and you're hitting milestones after milestones. So let's talk about some numbers. Give me some stats. User, assets under management, geographical expansions. Give me some statistics here, please.
Absolutely. So Yeah, as I say, we have over 600,000 users all across Europe. I think we're very proud to be European based. The headquarters is in Switzerland. We have offices as well in Estonia, in the UK, a bit here in Dubai, and we have people all around Europe because it's hard to find talent, and we are very open. I think COVID as well accelerate this kind of organization where you don't have to sit in Switzerland to work for Swissborg. I think it's all about being the talent that we need, and then we arrange ourselves in order to be part of the family. Yeah, and we're very proud to be European based. I think there is not a lot of startups that are very shining in Europe, and we want to be one of them. I think being Swiss as well is very important for us. Again, the loyalty that we observe with Swiss users is incredible. We have over 2 billion under management right now, and I'm pretty sure this year we're going to grow extremely fast because until now, the way the feature and what we have released in the app is very exchange based. So it is very like I'm coming to the app. We have great what we call fiat gateway off ramp and in ramp. So it's very easy for people to deposit in euro currency, GBP currency, CHF currency. So we have built this backbone because we have extremely good relationship with banks, thanks to our regulation license across Europe and stuff. But for now, it's all about growing as well wealth management, which is our mission. So giving more and more opportunity for people to invest and not necessarily being so much active as being a trader. Because I fail to believe everyone wants to be a trader. I think people understand now better what's the value of crypto. And I guess for us, the goal is to offer more and more investment experience, not only looking at the chart and say, it's going to go up or down, but more have this approach to create different investment experience that on first place, people can discover who they are as individual. Because when you invest, there's so much recipe that can exist. And on the first place, you need to know yourself to become a better investor. So for us, the goal is to design as much as possible investment experience that people can discover who they are and integrate more and more crypto into the way they invest.
One of the things which is very unique to Swissborg is your Swissborg army, of Swissborg family. I don't know, what do you call them?
Yeah, we like them to call them community member.
Community. Family member. There's so many people wearing your swag and the jewelry. Alex was giving me all your swag and was trying to recruit me into your Swissborg cult, I would call it. It is that impressive. How did you do that? How did you achieve that? What are you delivering for your community to make them such huge supporters of Swissborg? That is very unusual.
Yeah, I guess when you look at marketing strategy or growth strategy, you can always find strategy that help you to grow your user base and etc. But I guess there is no strategy when it comes with a message of honesty. So when you speak with in an honest manner with your heart and you communicate directly, there is something mystical almost that is happening, right? And people, they connect. It's not about the service they will receive. Of course, if I tell you, subscribe to my app and you're going to receive, $100 value of Bitcoin, you might come because it's a rational, let's say, incentive for you to come and use the app. But for us, it's never been about being the best promotion or for the best incentive for people to come. For us, it has always been about communicating about our mission because I don't think you need to create, the goal of a company or project is not to let's say, earn money. It's a nice, let's say, collateral effect of having a mission, but it's not the reason why you create a company. The reason why you create a project or a mission is because you want to facilitate future. You have a mission, you have a vision for this planet and for people, and your goal then is to help people to visualize what you visualize. And for us, it is always about communicating about this vision. What do we want for the future? We know that there is things that needs to be fixed in the traditional world, such as a very limited amount access to wealth management, or for people to unlock the value they have or to invest with the value they have. And It has always been our mission. And I guess when you communicate with this honest vision for the world, then people, it's beside the incentive of being there. They really connect and they fall in love with the mission and they want to be part of it. And I guess as human, the most important part is to belong. We want to belong to something.
Absolutely, absolutely. Being part of your crowd, right? Somebody you can resonate with. And there's another really cool development that I just recently learned, and I consider myself to be part of the, inside of a family group, but here you go, I just recently learned about that. Swissborg Ventures. You guys have invested quite serious funds into some of the amazing projects, if I dare to say so myself. I think you know what project I want to talk about. So tell me about Swissborg Ventures. Tell me about Swissborg Ventures mission in this world, because we heard about the Swissborg mission. What's the Swissborg Ventures mission? Why do you have it?
Yeah. So I think the initial idea of Swissborg Venture is born with witnessing that one of the greatest outcome of crypto and blockchain is to allow anyone to invest in an idea. We have now built this fantastic technology that allow people just to have an idea or just to have a vision again, and to finance this vision, to allow to find capital very quickly in order to execute on this vision. And I guess when you look at the traditional world, maybe when one idea get funded, maybe there is thousands of ideas that are getting funded in cryptos. So it comes with the good and bad, right? But at the end, it is fantastic because this is a new wave of innovation and entrepreneurship that has opened its door now, and we see greater and greater projects. So that was I think the first idea is to say, because there is such a great outcome with crypto, we want to be part of it. And by become part of it, then we can as well create these features, and we can create this capacity for our community. So we can give our community the ability to get access to it. Then, as you mentioned, it's all about to build a mission, because there is so much project out there. So we need to have a kind of guidelines to say, how are we going to invest? What do we want to facilitate? What's the mission? What's the vision for Swissborg Venture? And I guess when we look at technology until now, when technology gets mass adoption, so when it is used by many, it only benefits to few. So we know all the big names out there, right? We're not going to quote them, but basically, funny thing is on iPhone now, and I guess it's the same on other phone, but you get a report every week of how much time do you spend on all the app you have, right? And when I do these tests with people, they are very surprised how much time they spend for the same company, because they use maybe on average 4 hours or 5 hours of their time of Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, which is the same group, right? So in a nutshell, maybe in a week time, they spend 12 hours for free, in a sense, right? Being a reporter for Instagram or feeding data into the system, and never get back the value. What they get is a small push of adrenaline, but they never get this value. So what we've seen is most of the technology get adopted by many that works for this technology to be better and better and to be stronger and most powerful, but they only benefit to very few people. But with blockchain and cryptocurrency, now we have the chance to change the game. So we have tools now that will allow people to adopt technology, because technology is good, right? It helps us to, I think at the end, when we see the greatest outcome of technology is to free us time, that we are more free to do things that we love and maybe things that we believe in. But with blockchain technology and crypto, now we have the chance to have technology that will help people to adopt more and more technology, but as well receive the value that they create within this technology. So from many to many instead of from many to few. And the goal of the Swissborg Venture is to invest in projects that facilitate these things. And I guess it leads us to the next discussion about game, but I think,
Let me ask you a question.